Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Junkie. This week, we are joined by special guest Ashleigh Feiring from Phoenix Fan Fusion. So stay tuned for lots of nerd talk.
Fill me up with a barrel full of monkeys, as I hate being bored, I hate being bored. Load me up, cause I'm such a junkie. Every day all I want is more. So entertain me right now. So entertain me right now.
Welcome to another episode of Pop Culture Junkie Podcast. We are recording at Olympus Games here in Mesa, Arizona. My name is Shauna, and I am joined by my fellow junkies,
Alex,
Hayley,
and Nicole.
And we have a special guest this week. We are joined by Ashleigh Feiring, who is a producer at Phoenix Fan Fusion. Hi, Ashleigh.
Hi, Shauna, and everyone else.
welcome.
I should probably mention that Ashleigh is like one of my best friends in the whole world. So, yeah, this is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Wow, you know somebody famous.
I'm pretty popular.
Or does Ashleigh know some famous people? Wait a minute.
I think that Ashleigh just knows famous people.
Ashleigh knows more famous people than me. I can absolutely say that with confidence. So, Ashleigh, what is Phoenix Fan Fusion?
So Phoenix Fan Fusion is a pop culture convention. It's done in Phoenix, Arizona every year except during COVID. And we have special guests, special actor, actress guests, comic book creators, any kind of artist you can think of, local artists, famous artists. And we do a lot of panels on interesting things, including special guests like we've had famous people in the past, like Doctor Who's and
Doctor Who's. Various Doctor Who's.
Doctor Who's, various Doctor
From
Who's.
Whoville.
Various, Star Trek characters. We had Jason Momoa several years ago. Lots of big guests, and they do panels, and moderators ask them questions, and you can ask them questions. And then we have fan panels, which are done by fans that have, specific knowledge of specific things. Like there's cosplay groups that do.
Please talk about the fan panel that you do, because it's the most hilarious fan panel of all time.
Oh, the Harry Potter one?
Yeah.
Okay, so my sister and I devised a panel based off of Harry Potter. And so we take excerpts from Harry Potter where they say the word wand, and we replace the word wand with the word dick. And we break the audience into their houses, and then the houses compete for who can read the lines the best without cracking up, with the most inflection or whatever.
It's pretty hilarious. And I would have won the year that I did it, but that was special treatment, so I came in second place.
Nice.
Is that a wand in your pocket?
Yeah,
is
that's
what
awesome.
the panel's called.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really
yeah, I like it.
It's really fun hosting fan panels. I got to do a couple of them back in the day, and my favorite one that we did was like an homage to TV shows that were canceled in their prime, and the people got crazy. Like people show up ready to engage in those panels. It was really fun.
They do. I'm sure you had some Firefly people up in there.
Yeah,
causing a
yes,
ruckus.
yeah, and like we saved Firefly for the end, of course.
Okay.
So the whole time everyone's like, talk about Firefly. I'm like, shut up. We'll get to it. We need to talk about Revolution first.
So I've never been to like a fan fusion Comic-Con type thing. I mean, I've been to one for Olympus Games here, but what would someone who's going for the first time, like what should they expect? What should they know before they get in the door?
Those are great questions. You're going to want to figure out what days you want to go to the convention. Probably the most popular day is going to be Saturday. So if you're scared of humongous crowds and being squished together with people, do not go on Saturday. A lot of the family-friendly stuff is going to happen on Saturday and Sunday early in the day. So if you have a family, that's when you should go. Probably some of the major draws to the event are the vendor hall. They have like a huge room full of different vendors. There's an artist alley where local artists can display their artwork and you can purchase it. And then they have like more major vendors. And that usually is really popular for people. And then there's lots of food trucks outside. If you're hungry, there's even a beer garden outside. And so if there's no limit to food, all the food in the convention center is good.
She's contractually obligated to say.
I'm not contractually obligated, so I will say it's not very good and it's very, very expensive. So
I was
go
going
to
to
the
say
food
you had
truck.
me at food, but now I'm like, oh.
Food trucks, much better.
Food trucks.
Okay.
They
Food
had
trucks?
they had a grilled cheese food truck the last time that the convention happened. I want to say last year, but I can't. And there were like 7 different kinds of grilled cheeses, and I got to eat 3 of the different kinds.
And if you're like us and we like bring our kids, we always like stuff our bag with Uncrustables and stuff, because they're like, they just want to nom nom all day.
I mean, I do that anyway, and I'm 33-year-old.
Things with the peanut butter jelly fillings?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
With no crust on them. It's like a little
the
hot
best.
pocket.
Yeah.
And then,
Pocket.
and then I think a lot of people go because there's an actor that they want to see. And so if you're going to go, make sure that you look at the schedule beforehand and go on the day that the actor that you're interested is doing their panel. And if you're interested in photo ops, make sure you plan that ahead of time too. And then if you're interested in fan panels, and they get really fun and creative, and I highly suggest, even if it's your first time going, that you look at a fan panel that's in an area of interest to you, because they can get pretty fun.
I like the fan panels. I like that they're kind of like, I mean, you go to a panel and it's, a Marvel actor, obviously that's packed. They have to cut it off at a certain point. If you go to like a fan panel, it's, you walk into like a back room and it's kind of quiet, and then people kind of slowly start trickling in. And then once it starts, it's just chaos.
There's 15 people, and the 3 people up front are like, who's ready to talk about Cobra Kai? You're like,
God, yes.
this is cool. My people.
So, I mean, have you ever been to like San Diego Comic-Con or anything like that?
I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con. Those have always been very hard tickets to get, but also they don't. I love the fan panels. That's why I go to conventions, and they don't really do those in San Diego.
Really?
No,
They used to, but now it's like too big.
it's just too big. They just have very regimented panels, and a lot of really famous and popular actors go, and I'm sure their vendor hall is amazing. But you don't get the fan aspect. One of the best things about going to a convention like that is meeting up with other people who are fans of the same thing and geeking out about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can speak to kind of the thing that I liked. So I went to San Diego Comic-Con before I ever went to Phoenix Fan Fusion. And the thing that I like about Phoenix Fan Fusion is, unlike San Diego, you can actually meet people. In San Diego, it's all done by lottery. So, and you have to camp out and wait in line for everything. So like, you want to get into the Brooklyn Nine-Nine panel, you're going to be camping outside for 2 days, like trying to get in, and then still probably get turned away.
And it's like you have to dedicate all of your time to that panel, I'm sure, because you have to camp out for it. So it's like, okay, what if there's other things going on that I also want to see? It's like you almost have to just choose the one that you want to go to the most.
And with Phoenix, you can go to all the things. I mean, assuming, they're not conflicting or at the same time, like you can go to all the things. If you have the money, you can meet all the people. I know the photo ops and stuff will sell out sometimes, but as long as you're, like you said, planning ahead and kind of know what you want to do. And I think also because Phoenix is smaller, some of the actors that I've met and the talent, they're much more likely to actually talk to you and have a real conversation, as opposed to just shuffling people through a line like over and over and over again. So
Shauna and I actually got to meet one of our childhood big deals, Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, Christopher Sabat. All 4 of our friends dressed up as Bulma, different versions of Bulma.
She's Vegeta's wife on the show.
And we went to Christopher Sabat, and he talked with us for a long time.
Yeah.
And he asked to take a picture with us.
Yeah,
Very
that was
flattered.
great. Instead of us being like, can we take your picture? He's like, can I take a picture with you guys? And then he ended up posting it on his Instagram and tagging the voice of Bulma and being like, oh my God, look at them. And she's like, this is incredible. And at that point, he has comments limited on his post, which sucks because I really wanted to be like, oh, hey, that's us. Hey. But yeah, it was cool. We actually got to interact with him, and he wasn't just like, that's nice. Keep going. Keep going. Like, he signed all of our Dragon Balls for us.
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to meet Eddie McClintock has come a couple times, and he's from Warehouse 13, and we named our daughter after a character on Warehouse 13.
Oh, nice.
So it was really cool to be able to introduce my daughter to him and him interact with her and actually talk to her. And he would, his signs like, autograph X amount of money, whatever. And then people would be coming through and he'd be signing like 15 things and giving stuff away. And
Yeah.
It was just super cool. So you're not going to get that at the bigger convention.
No. I did get like a photo op with James Marsters, which was nice because obviously I'm in love with like Buffy and Spike. And I know you did too, right? And he's just kind of very generic.
Yeah, he just gave like the Spike pose.
Yeah, like almost the blue steel. And then everybody's like, you're gorgeous.
Sam Witwer
gorgeous.
also from Sam Witwer from Being Human and Star Wars stuff. And he didn't really interact or engage. So it can be hit or miss, but usually, like I know Will Wheaton was another one that was super talkative and really, really fun to meet. John Barrowman, although he kind of sucks. Edward James Olmos from Battlestar Galactica was super, super rad.
Oh,
so
really? That's so cool.
Yeah.
I remember he came to my high school once and he signed the back of my like high school ID.
That's
so cool.
the most random thing I've ever heard of. Oh, never mind. You went to like a performing
Stand and deliver.
arts. That makes more sense now.
Yeah, he like held my baby. So did Mark Shepard. We gave Mark Shepard our baby. Because we just thought it was so funny because he played the King of Hell on Supernatural. So we were like, we want the King of Hell to hold our baby.
Can you sign my baby's forehead?
He was so down too. So
Hand your baby to random celebrities and see what they say.
So is there anything new that is going to be at Fan Fusion that wasn't in the previous years?
I mean, it's pretty similar to previous years. It's actually a little smaller this year because we've had to push things back multiple times. So we've kind of had to squish things down a little bit. So, I mean, it's still just major actors that we can get and then just the normal stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, fun stuff, but just the norm.
How's it been dealing with like trying to plan a convention in a COVID world?
It's been hard. One of my main jobs as the producer is to, find panelists, help them work on, whatever kind of material they want to deliver. And, on the website, it says all these things about like, this is the convention center's policy. But it says that first. And then it says we're waiting until it's closer to the convention to decide what we're going to do because COVID changes all the time. And so I think it scared off a lot of panelists, which is sad. But, I think there's even more people who are just excited to leave the house and are really ramped up to go.
I'm so excited for it to finally happen.
I'm very excited.
I've been collecting cosplays for the past 2 years and not wearing them anywhere. So I'm definitely looking forward to actually having somewhere to.
Oh, what cosplays are you planning on wearing?
Oh, I've got a Captain Marvel one that I have been working on. I'm working on a Scarlet Witch. I'm working on a Birds of Prey Harley Quinn. So it'll depend on what I actually get done. But yeah, and hopefully we're putting together a family Star Wars cosplay, but I don't know if it'll be done by Fan Fusion because it's going to take, it's very expensive. Why did I choose such an expensive hobby?
That's the thing. It's like we've cosplayed stuff together a lot, like Ashleigh and I and some of our friends. And some of it we just put together ourselves. And then we had one year where we had it commissioned and it turned out incredible. But we dropped some coin that year.
Yeah.
And I've got Kara Thrace from Battlestar Galactica, like Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, that I'm going to debut at Fan Fusion. So I'm excited about that.
I would love to cosplay, but I have no idea who I would be.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to get a polo and some chinos.
I'm going to actually try. We've got, 2 months to actually do it. So if you want to drop me some suggestions, let me know.
I think you should do it. I know we were talking about it when we were going to go to LA Con, and I ended up doing Punchline from DC Comics, which was a big hit. It was pretty cute.
Yeah, I saw a picture. It's pretty
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, sure.
Nicole, I could totally see you as Supergirl.
I wanted to dress up as card captor Sakura this year,
Oh, that'd be cute.
but I don't know if I can get my shit together. Am I allowed to say that?
I say shit. It's
Okay.
fine. It's funny, too, that, like, we're all like, oh, I don't know if I can get it together in time.
And we've had years.
Yeah, it's been pushed back so many times, but now that it's finally here, we're all like, crap. Just kind of grabbing things from the closet. I'm going to do Marnie from Pokemon, like one of the last Pokemon games. And I just think I'm going to try to just buy things online and maybe go to Michael's like the day before con and like glue things
Well,
on.
and I feel too, the first time I went to a convention, we went all 4 days and we were just going to cosplay one day because we were like, I don't know about the whole cosplay thing.
Yeah.
And so we decided, we went the first day, normal clothes. Second day we cosplayed. And then we were like, we have to keep going. So we wore
Yep.
the same cosplay like the whole rest of the convention. Because I think there's something that'll happen. And if you go, Nicole, and you're not in a cosplay, you'll feel it. Like there's something that happens where
Yes.
you walk in and you're like, I want to do that.
You feel like the FOMO too.
Yeah.
Because like I'll do the same thing where I just cosplay in one day and then I'll go back the next day and I'll be like, oh man, now I feel lame and boring.
Well, the only tie up I have is that like I don't have to necessarily work during the convention, but I have to be on hand to solve problems. And so like solving problems as Nurse Joy is one thing. and problem solving. Like, who is that child coming as Nurse Joy to tell me what to do?
She's very authoritative. You should have been Officer Jenny. She's got some authority. She can lay down
But
the
I'm a
law.
nurse.
That's true. You are a nurse. It had to work.
So how did you get involved with Phoenix Fan Fusion, like in the first place?
So my sister and I have always been super nerdy and into a lot of nerdy things. And one year she was just like, I want to do a panel for, it was then Phoenix Comic Con. And I was like, okay, let's do a panel. I don't remember what we did it on. I think it was Game of Thrones.
That tracks.
And we really liked doing the panel. And, you know, we'd been talking to a couple people that worked for the convention. And the next year they were like, do you, like, at that point they were doing it on a volunteer basis. And so they were like, do you want to volunteer to help at the convention? And I'm like, sure, sounds fun. And so we did that. And then the next year they switched to a different model of the convention. And so now producers are just like contractors and we're responsible for like between like 50 and 80 hours of content. And so then we switched to that version and I interviewed to be a producer and I got it because I'm awesome.
Can vouch.
And I've just been doing it ever since.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I feel like anytime you can make money to geek out about stuff, it's the dream.
Right? Like here at Pop Culture Junkie Podcast, where we make millions of dollars. Millions and billions of dollars.
$1 billion.
Ashleigh and I met. Well, we actually went to high school together, but we didn't know each other in high school because our high school had like 800 people in the graduating class. But we met in a local club called Very Awesome Girls Into Nerdy Activities. Moment for the acronym. Very Awesome Girls Into Nerdy Activities.
Let it sink in.
Oh, okay, got it. I got you.
And
Power.
and it was basically like a group for women who are all into nerdy things to just, I mean, we volunteer, we make arts and crafts and then sell the crafts at different conventions and donate the money to charity.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And we stared at each other from across the table for like 10 minutes, like, you look familiar.
Yeah. I think I went to high school with you. And we did.
We did not know each other.
Have you guys ever had a nightmare guest? And you don't have to drop a name, but have you had a nightmare guest? Like someone where you're like, they're not coming back to Fan Fusion?
I haven't had one at Fan Fusion, but I've also worked at a smaller convention called Game On Expo, which is an excellent convention as well. It's mostly video game based. And we did have an actor, a very famous actor, who was just a major pain in the friggin' butt. It's just like prima donna kind of thing going on. I'm not dropping names.
When we're done recording, you absolutely have to.
I'll absolutely tell you afterwards. But it was just like such a pain in the butt and just wanted everything in the world. And we were just like, this is not that big of a convention. Thank you for coming.
I always wonder about that because I know like some people may seem like so great, you know, and then behind the scenes you're like, I don't know about that guy. But like I know I'll drop a name because I don't work for you guys. Lou Ferrigno has kind of a reputation of being a little bit of a jerk. And I remember I was at 1 year Fan Fusion and he was signing stuff and some guy walked away and he was like cursing, muttering under his breath or whatever. And Lou Ferrigno, he had refused to sign something from this guy because he didn't like whatever the thing was that this guy had. And so he refused to sign it. And he's like, he went on a whole rant telling me that it was the wrong thing and he didn't like it and here's why and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, that was your problem for paying money to meet Lou.
First of all, Lou Ferrigno out of all of the...
But so I always wonder, like, there's certain celebrities where they've come and I haven't met them, and part of me is like wondering if it was good that I did it, because then it would have like ruined the illusion, you know?
Well, I heard that Jason Momoa was just like one of the best guests ever. Like he was huggy with people. He was excited to see people.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, that tracks with his personality based off what I've seen.
Yeah, that's
God, I love it when people are nice and hot. Like, bless us.
so rare.
Had to just...
We're blown away.
agreed.
I loved that one time where there was that Phoenix Fan Fusion thing that happened in December in Glendale. I mean, it was in Glendale, so that kind of sucked because it was far. But it was nice because I could actually wear a cosplay.
That wasn't really
And not,
terrible.
Yeah, it'd be melting.
Dude, that's the thing about cosplaying in Phoenix, Arizona. For our listeners who don't live in Phoenix, Arizona, it be hot.
It's like 115 degrees.
Yeah, and it's dry heat.
It's not like for the faint of heart. Like,
No.
I feel like if you're a cosplayer in Arizona, you've been like battle tested.
Sometimes I see cosplayers in Arizona, like somebody's dressing up as like Darth Vader or something just really heavy. And I'm like, how are you not having heat stroke under there? Because I'm wearing the smallest pieces of fabric possible for most of my cosplays. And I am so
I always love when
The problem is that it's freezing inside of the
That's true.
convention and it's
That's true.
burning hot outside of the convention.
I always love it when you see a Darth Maul and his like red is just starting to like sweat down his head, and you know he spent like 3 hours meticulously painting his face and putting the horns on, and now a horn slipping down his
Tiny
cheek.
drip right in
Like
there.
a lot of people do their makeup at the convention for that reason.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes
You'll
sense.
see a bunch of teens in the bathroom putting on makeup or teens. Oh man, once I had to kick a whole group of teens out of a panel room because they were like making out in the dark. It was like a photo op room, and like it was just no one was in there, and so all these teens were in there, and I had to be like, "Get out there, teens!"
She's got
They're
the
all
squirt
like
bottle.
They're all like dressed like Homestuck or whatever, they licking the blue off each other's faces.
Oh, God, ew.
Yeah.
So who are some of the guests who are coming this year to Phoenix Fan Fusion,
Yes,
actually?
probably some of the things I'm most excited about is that Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars are going to be there. So Linda Ballantine and Katie Griffin, the first one plays Sailor Moon, the second one plays Sailor Mars. And then the Little Mermaid's going to be there, Jodie Benson, and also Prince Eric, which is also exciting. It's Christopher
Eric.
Daniel Barnes. And then Christopher Eccleston, who plays the Ninth Doctor. is gonna
Doctor
be there.
Who's.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
of the Doctor
Doctor
Who's. We're actually having a panel called Who's Who,
Nice.
the ranking of Doctor Who's.
That'd be
hope he's
awkward if
not
they're all
coming,
9
yeah.
is last.
He's like,
I don't think
"Thanks,
he's gonna
guys."
How
be
many
there for
are
that
there
one.
in total of the Who?
13. 13.
Yes.
13?
Are they on 13?
Correct. Jodie Whittaker is
Is
number
that
13.
each season, or are they?
They last multiple years.
Yeah, they last multiple seasons.
Although
but
Christopher
it changes.
Eccleston only lasted 1 year.
Yeah. And then the Doctor doesn't die. They regenerate and then turn into like a different person. So they carry on the memories of
Whoa,
prior incarnation.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Doug Jones is going to be there.
Oh, that's cool.
He's played like lots of cool things. Have you ever guys seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Yeah.
He's the creepy goat thing.
Isn't he also the Silver Surfer?
Is he? Yes.
Fantastic Four.
And then in Hocus Pocus, he's Winifred's ex-beau,
Oh, the zombie guy.
zombie guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the best. Billy Butcherson.
Yeah.
Billy.
He's the fish monster in the shape of water that she has sex with.
Yeah,
too.
that's all. Mm.
Romantic.
I like that movie till the cat died. Spoiler.
Billy West, he is in Futurama. He voices Philip J. Fry.
Oh, for a second, I thought you were talking about Billy Burke, and I got like really, really excited. That's the dad in Twilight. I was like, no freaking way.
You said the dad in Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hayley.
So hot.
It's a deep cut.
Creepy. They're all creepy.
He's so hot.
He also voices Bugs Bunny, Popeye,
Dude,
Woody Woodpecker. He voices,
Philip
like,
J.
all-
Fry is one of my cartoon crushes. Like, come on, Fry's not hot.
You're calling me creepy for finding the dad in Twilight hot, and you're calling a cartoon hot.
I know
I mean,
you
a
all have.
red-headed, dad-botted cartoon
Yeah,
character
but
is
he
hot.
would eat pizza and drink beer with me. Like, think back
So
to
would Homer Simpson doesn't make him hot.
my college dating history was all a bunch of just numerous Philip J. Fries.
Well, I'm glad you landed.
Shauna's
on
like
fan
Mo
fiction.
Sizlak. He's one of my favorites.
And then Jim Cummings, he plays like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger.
Okay.
That's cute.
And are you guys done making guest announcements, or are there more to follow?
There's more to come. That's all I'm at liberty to discuss.
Very cool. Very cool.
She's going to tell me more later.
And here's the thing. I feel like because cons have been gone and it's so important that people go. I feel like it's so important that we have this event, we get back together, we celebrate being able to go again. And I know that there have been instances where I haven't gone to the con, or I've skipped a day, or I've skipped a panel, and I've like regretted it ever since. Like I know Ming-Na Wen came and I didn't meet her, and I like on a daily basis hate myself. Like I stare at myself in the mirror and be like, "You're
my God, Hayley.
a worthless piece of." No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Teacher.
But I do regret it. Or the whole cast of Eureka came and did like a panel and a meet and greet, and I didn't bother going.
Haley went to the panel for Lucifer, but it was before she started watching it. So she was just like on her phone and like just messing around.
The worst. I can't believe I hate myself so much. The self-loathing to be in the room with Tom Ellis and to not care about it.
Right. You didn't make just direct eye contact with him the entire time. Like, oh my God.
I just didn't care.
And now she's a Lucifer fan. So
Now I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh.
No, yeah.
Go to the con.
Go to
Don't
the
be
con.
me. Don't miss out. And actually pay attention in your panel, because you never know. You may not watch the show now, but 2 years later, you may become the biggest fan. So
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is, because I've never been to one. I'm like, kind of like Nicole. Like I'm limited to as how many conventions or similar things I've been to, and I don't know what to expect. I'm hearing this, but I still don't know what I'm getting into. If that makes sense.
You need just go to a random, like find a fandom that you like. Just pick one. I don't know. What do you like?
I'm sure they'll have Attack on Titan like panels and we can go to one together. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I mean, what fandoms do you like?
I mean, I don't even know what that means.
Like, do you like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Star Wars?
I'm the kind of person that just likes it all. I feel like it. Can I have a fandom to everything? Is that it?
yes.
That is why you're a host on the Pop Culture.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good reason that you are a host. That's correct. But like, for example, me and my sister this year, because we always do, panels together. We're doing one on Dune. We've been reading Dune since we were kids, and it gets real weird, you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys watched the recent movie. That's not.
Oh, I loved the movie, but then you and my best friend Jessica filled me in on like what's to come, and it gets weird.
It's super weird. And like, there's no way that they can turn the second and third books of Dune into movies. It's too weird. There's no way that they could show it in front of audiences. And so we're doing a panel that is called Did This Happen in Dune?
Oh, no.
And so we're going to make up stuff and put in real stuff and make the audience guess what actually happens.
Oh my
and what
God.
we
That's
think
awesome.
happens.
Even though I don't recognize a lot of the like actors and like shows you're talking about, I feel like now I can go discover something like something that I'm interested in.
Yeah, you might find like something new that you're into.
Yeah, and
That's true,
get to learn about it while I'm there.
Yeah. Pop Culture Junkie is going to be doing some panels. We're still kind of working the kinks out, but that should be fun. Super exciting.
We'll just steal your idea, but just change it to other things. Did this happen in Supernatural? Did this happen in the Pop Culture Junkie podcast?
I gave you like 7 ideas, you guys. You don't need to steal them.
We are doing a panel on women in pop culture pioneers. So women who paved the way in TV, music, movies, nerddom, which I'm super excited about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very excited too. It's going to be a cool panel.
It's going to be fun. I know. It's like Nicole and Alex's first time going to a con, and it's like, here, do a panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, responsibilities.
It's like the same as doing a podcast. You guys will be fine.
That's true. We did kind of do our Spider-Man.
Except even a little, I think it's even a little more fun because you do have like that crowd. So you get to like feed off the energy, of the live audience.
As long as nobody throws tomatoes at us or anything.
They're not allowed to bring outside food.
I was about to say.
Unless they bought them at the questionable food.
Yeah.
There's not a tomato stand in there, I know.
Well, and generally, I think the audience, like, they want you to be successful.
Yeah.
And I say generally because we did have one panel before where the audience was definitely rooting for us to fail, and it did not go very well. But that's 1 out of, like, the 8 that I've done.
Yeah.
So for the most part, like, they're invested in your success. So it's not scary. It's fun.
Yeah.
If you're going to throw anything at me, make it fireball shooters.
Oh my God. Me and Ashleigh, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Because we're on the clock, we may or may not have done a lot of shots during our Bulma outfit wearing. That was good times.
Yeah. But when we did the panel, and it was an evening panel because you can't do anything that talks about dicks during the day.
That's just the rule in general public.
Yeah, so the panel was at 9:00, and I think that maybe 3/4 of the audience was also drunk.
Nice.
We didn't feel bad about it.
Is there a masquerade again this year?
Yes, there is a masquerade.
Ooh, what's a masquerade?
It's the cosplay contest. So it's just really big. And there's a lot of other really cool things. There's a burlesque show this year. There's a drag show this year. So it should be a good time.
Awesome. Yeah, I love those performance things. There was like a slam poetry panel one time. It was all like geek slam poetry. They've had body painting before.
We're doing body painting this year
Oh,
again.
that's sick.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I've always wanted to get my body painted and like be a model for one of those things. It seems so fun.
Yes, it's also messy.
Yeah. They should paint you like the Attack on Titan thing.
Oh,
That'd be sick. Like a Titan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. The thing. The Attack on Titan thing.
The things from the
I don't
show
know if I've
Attack
seen
on
one with a beard yet, though.
Ooh, you could be the first bearded Titan.
Yeah.
I think we can make that happen.
I mean, there's the gorilla.
Oh, Zeke.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry, spoilers.
No, it's okay. He has like a beard. I mean, he's a gorilla, but he has a beard.
Yeah, he has a beard
Bearded
and glasses.
gorilla. I don't know, what does he classify himself as?
I'm not
I
sure.
don't
Just
think I'm that.
Beast Titan?
a big, tall. Oh, he's the Beast Titan. That's true.
Okay.
You just have to get naked in public and have someone paint you in order to participate in this.
Oh, I had to be completely nude for this.
I think they put like undies on.
You
it.
got,
You need to
yeah.
wear a
I think
dance
you get-
belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, a banana hammock.
Dance belts are not banana hammocks.
Oh, excuse me.
Dangerous.
Things for me to Google later after the show.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to be conscious of it or like have to like walk around thinking like my junk is like in the way.
Do you want to be sedated for this panel?
We said there's shots available.
He's like, I don't want to be conscious. Just knock me out.
So Alex is going to be naked and unconscious.
You walk into a room and there's just like a passed out dude on a table getting painted by everybody in the room.
It's just an operating theater.
That would be a great panel for Pop Culture Junkies. Just Alex is naked and sedated, and we're all just painting him.
That's what it could be called. Naked and sedated. Looking at the panel.
Naked and unafraid.
Sounds like art.
Sounds like art.
Oh, God, this derailed fast.
Sorry.
No longer the man with the pants.
He's the man without the pants and shirt. So, Ashleigh, it is the Pop Culture Junkie podcast. I would be remiss to not ask you, what are you into? What are your main fandoms? And what are you into right now?
So I'm a big anime nerd. Probably what I'm watching right now is I'm trying to get it caught up on Attack on Titan.
Yes.
I'm only on season 3, so no spoilers, please. I'm trying to get caught up because my boyfriend he's all the way caught up and he keeps on bugging me to get caught up. And so I'm getting caught up so we can watch the final season.
Man, it's so good. You're on like season 3 or something too,
I
right?
don't know, somewhere. I've had to rewatch it and I'm still lost.
There are some complicated plot points.
It gets even more convoluted as it goes on. Like
And
literally,
it's not because I don't like it. I love the show.
yeah.
I want to be able to enjoy it fully because I have the gap between like when I've watched it last. It's just too far.
Yeah, that's my problem is I want to watch all of it back to back to back. I don't want to wait between seasons. So I did. I held off a little bit because I knew that they were going to finish eventually. And I didn't want to wait a year to fill in the plot.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not going to read the manga because I'm lazy. And then I'm watching Superman and Lois.
I love that show.
I love that show so much.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's CW, so there's a little bit of more teen drama than I really want to deal with.
Really? Did you watch the other shows that it's kind of connected to, like the other?
The Arrowverse shows.
Yes, I started to watch all of the Arrowverse shows, but the teen drama got me every time.
That's honestly like all of us. Like we all like Flash and then Arrow and then eventually just like, nah, I can't do this anymore.
But so far, Superman and Lois has been really good, and I really like it. And I thought that the villain in season 1 was really good, and I'm really enjoying how season 2 is going.
You're caught up with season 2?
I might be missing the last episode.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the focus on Lois in this show. Like it really is Superman, like and Lois. You know what I mean? It's not like she's like a side character. Like she's the main character.
Well, I
which
mean,
really
she's
like.
great for intel. I mean, sure, Superman can hear everything, but you can't hear everything all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this season 2, and I think at least in this show the teen drama involves teens, unlike on Flash and Arrow where it was teen drama with like 30-somethings.
Oh my
What
God.
I like about them too is that they find ways to resolve their drama. At least the brothers do. They're like,
Oh, this season's stressing me out though with the brothers.
oh yeah, it's getting kind of like with Jonathan, right?
Yeah.
and
Jordan.
yeah.
I know what you mean, though, for it's like on Arrow, they would introduce a problem that could have been solved if they just communicated with each other. But instead, they're like, I'm not going to tell her. Make sure you don't tell Felicity. And then it's just like, God, now we have to deal with the secret that's being carried on.
That's every show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily, you have a character like Lois who is logical and just talk about your problems,
Yeah.
kids.
Well, and I love that Superman and Lois, like they haven't had that. There has been no like, if there is some sort of conflict or something, they like address it right away. They have a very healthy marriage. Like
Yeah.
I really, really love it.
Yeah.
I like what they have going on. It's like what their family looks like, and like they have challenges and stuff. But I get inspired, or I relate to some of those things. 'Cause, I'm like, oh no, that's cool. That's like something I could take as a lesson.
Yeah.
Communicate with people, learn.
Dad mode.
It's fun seeing them as parents. It really is.
Yeah.
Like the family dynamics.
And they're good parents.
Yeah.
They do a good job.
I'm going to have to give it a whirl. I'll add it to
haven't?
all the
You
million
haven't watched it?
freaking shows. God, I have so much television that I watch it, you guys. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And I'm just
It's almost like you're a pop culture junkie.
It's almost like I'm addicted to pop culture and I want it in my veins.
Chasing the dragon. And then I'm watching. Well, I finished watching Boba Fett, the book of Boba Fett.
Ooh, we haven't started it yet.
Oh, you should. It's quite good. I really love how much, and I know people hate this, but they really focus on the Tusken Raiders in it, and I love the Tusken Raiders. They have such a rich culture. I've read maybe a lot of extended universe Star Wars books.
Maybe a lot.
And then I also read a lot of like the newer stuff that they have that they've come out with since Disney bought it. And in the Obi-Wan Kenobi book, they go into the Tusken Raiders in depth. And it's just so cool to see them like put that on TV too, because it's cool. And, I know people were hating on it because it was boring, but it was a really cool culture. And I'm glad they investigated that.
Man, we got to get on it. Like, it's not like we're avoiding it. It's just like so many other things right now. And then we'll turn on Disney Plus and be like, oh yeah, we should probably watch that. Okay, let's go watch that next episode of blah, blah, blah.
So Boba Fett is connected to The Mandalorian?
Yes.
Yes.
It's honestly, the book of Boba Fett is like The Mandalorian season 2.5. It in fact, I think they even said it's kind of meant to bridge the gap between seasons 2 and 3 of The
Because
Mandalorian.
Grogu and Luke are in it, right?
They
Yes.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
They show up at the end.
Skywalker?
Yeah.
The one in the same.
Yes. The one
Luke.
and only Luke Skywalker.
Interesting.
All unaged and
No, Luke Wilson.
Oh, wow.
Wait, Luke Wilson?
Wait, no, that's Owen.
I was like, brother.
Close enough. They're related. They're
Same
related.
difference. Same difference.
Luke Wilson has said wow at least.
For sure.
What else is everybody else watching?
It's been a long time since we've been able to talk about it. I'll plug my 3 real quick.
Okay,
First up, I got to talk about 2 rom-coms that I absolutely love. So the first is I Want You Back, streaming on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Has Charlie Day and Jenny Slate, and it's a very good like adult romantic comedy. Very funny. I enjoyed it. I have but one complaint, but it involves a spoiler, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I feel like it was really enjoyable start to finish, just like very pleasant viewing. Lots of I don't think there were any times where I was like belly laughing or whatever, but it was just really enjoyable start to finish. So
Nice chuckle.
yeah, I mean, and like I know we've had the discussion where I am like addicted to rom-coms and I feel like they don't make them as well as they used to. And I feel like this was a good, solid effort.
Okay.
I think if you enjoyed Palm Springs, you would enjoy this.
love Palm
It's
Springs.
similar kind of adult rom-com. Not very adult, more family, cheesy callback to early 2000s rom-coms. Marry Me. came out.
I want to watch it.
We
still.
haven't talked since then.
We haven't talked since it came out.
Oh my god!
I know Nicole.
I know,
watched
Nicole
Fairing.
I did the very right when it came out on HBO Max. I watched it and I texted Hayley. I said, "Did you watch it yet?" She's like, "No."
I was like,
sorry.
I haven't done it. Well, no, because I was like, no, I have to. She texted me like right away.
Like Nicole,
she's
this
like,
movie
no.
came out 20 minutes ago.
That's with Owen Wilson.
Wow.
There we go. There's the wow. So here's what I will say about Marry Me. It is one part commercial. There's a lot of product placement in it.
J-Lo commercial.
Yes. One part music video. So it's kind of one long music video for the album, like the soundtrack that J-Lo released. I almost envision her calling up Owen Wilson and being like, I need to make a really long music video for this album. Do you want to be part of it? And him being like, wow, I'll do it. So aside from that, though, it's so cute. Like, I want to have a panic attack just thinking about it. It's so
Hayley
cute.
said she's watched it 3 times. I'm just going to put her out there right now.
I totally have. And I don't have any shame. I saw it in the theater, and then I came home and I watched it on Peacock the next day, and then I watched it like 2 days later again on Peacock.
Oh my god!
It's my new like Runaway Bride, which was my movie that I would just kind of my comfort movie. Right?
Mine was The Wedding Planner because I had it on VHS back in the day.
It's a good one. It's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah, this movie I think gives a lot of those old school rom-com, like same type of tropes, same type of vibe where it's just like cheesy and feel good. And Owen Wilson's adorable. I just think he's really cute. And I like seeing people who are like in their 50s fall in love, even though J-Lo doesn't look like she's in her 50s. And even though it is one long music video, the songs are banging.
Yeah.
Like the soundtrack's really good. So in addition to the 3 times I watched the movie, I've been bumping that soundtrack in my car 4 months. It's playing when I'm at the gym. It's actually really, really good. So watch Marry Me if you haven't already.
Nice.
And then I finally watched Ted Lasso. I came around. I wasn't like against it. I kept putting it off. So I know I mentioned the first 2 episodes were kind of like, I wasn't sure how to feel about it. It was like
It was almost too wholesome.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what they're going for here. Like, is Jason Sudeikis just trying to be like a cheesy, weird goofball? Like, I don't know. And then I got sucked in, completely sucked in, and it became my whole personality. And I got a new car and I named it Roy Kent. But holy crap, if you haven't watched Ted Lasso, like if you're me and you were like, I don't know about this
That's
Ted
me
Lasso
right now.
show, there's a reason it's won like all the awards. It just swept the Critics' Choice Awards, won like every single thing. And there's a reason, and it's because it's damn good. So go watch Ted Lasso.
All right. Nice. Ted Lasso. Lassoing Nicole now.
The first thing that comes to mind that I watched, which was The Fallout, and I believe it's on HBO Max. Yes. And it's about 2 girls who become best friends because they are trapped in a bathroom together in their school after there's a school shooting. And
I heard about this.
yes, one of the girls is super popular. She's played by Maddie Ziegler, who I really like. She was on Dance Moms, and I grew up watching that show. And she is the popular girl. It's kind of like a social media influencer type person. And this other girl, Jenna Ortega, she plays this girl, Veda.
Oh, she's the girl on Scream, right?
Yes. She comes into the bathroom and sees her, and she's like fangirling, like, oh my God, I'm in the bathroom with her, blah, blah, blah.
You literally have math class with her.
Yes. And then all of a sudden they just hear the shooting and they hide in a stall, and they end up just becoming close because they're both going through this traumatic thing, and they just kind of comfort in one another. And it's good, but it's also sad because it's such a true story that can happen. But definitely give it a watch if you can sit through the beginning part, because the beginning part's like the whole shooting. If you could sit through that and watch that and be okay with it, then I would totally recommend this movie. It's a good story. It has a pretty good cast too. Like Shailene Woodley's in it. I had no idea she was even in it. Julie Bowen. So definitely give it a watch if you can. Like I said, sit down and actually watch that type of thing. The other thing that I finally finished after I feel like it's been a year since it's been out is The Morning Show Season 2.
Oh, yeah, that was like your thing.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Season 1. Season 2 is, to me, so much better.
Oh.
It kind of made me not want to be a news anchor anymore. Oh my gosh. Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, Steve Carell, they play incredible parts. So, so, so good. And I'm just obsessed with it. They play COVID into it very, very well. They kind of start out with it saying like, kind of what everyone else was saying. They were like, this isn't a big thing. We don't have to worry about it. There's one case in the United States. Who cares? And then a week later,
2 months.
they're all
to flatten the curve.
on lockdown, recording from home and everything. But there's way more to the story than that. And if you are looking for a new show, it's on Apple TV. So good. Definitely give it a watch. Oh my gosh, season 2 is just so much better than season 1, honestly.
I watched the first season and I loved it.
Season 2 is so good.
I was afraid to watch season 2 because I didn't want my heart to be broken.
It's so good.
I've been like that before too. I'm like, what if the next one sucks?
Yeah, no, it definitely lives up to like the standards of season 1.
Okay.
Nice.
So definitely sit down and watch it, but so good. But honestly, just been watching reruns of Impractical Jokers on the side. Other than that, on HBO Max. So
We all have our
always a good
comfort
choice.
shows
Yeah.
that we have on the side at all times.
seriously, I'm at work for 11 hours some days, and I'm just like watching 11 hours of Impractical Jokers and laugh every single time, no matter what episode it is. But
I like to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender while I'm getting ready for things.
Nice.
That's your comfort show.
Yeah.
Mine's The Simpsons.
Mine's Buffy or Chopped. Buffy or Chopped.
Similar shows.
Buffy chops up some bad guys sometimes.
there you go.
Karate
And eat
chops.
some.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That would be a very
Vampires eat people.
Wait a second. That's what we do in the shadows.
What about you, Alex?
I've been watching some teenage drama. Bel Air came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was nervous about this. Just like the season 2 of the morning show. Like I was worried that I was not gonna like it. That I guess I gave it expectations and I was hoping it would meet them. And it's pretty good. It's really good actually, and it's a completely different show. You get Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You feel that kind of environment. It's there. But it's its own story. But it's the same story. And I like the way they still like connect that. And there's the way that they develop each character and like really hone in to them, and talking about a great cast, I would say that this cast is killing it. At first, I'm gonna say like in the first episode, I was like, I felt like it felt too forced at first. Mm-hmm. And they were in Philly, and I'm like, man, why don't they like have more about him in Philly? Like I want to know more about Will here. But that's not what the show's called. It's Bel Air. So I was like, you know what? This is good.
Nice. I was, a little like sus about it. And I was like, do we really need a serious Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
It's not. It's subtle, but there's still drama.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, and what's good about it, I think, is that because I had the same concerns, but it's like if they were to make a funny one, then it's just a frame for frame remake of the show, and then we're like, we don't want that. So it's almost like if they wanted to revisit that property, they had no choice but to go that route.
Yeah. I was also watching Fat Tuesday. Well, it's a docuseries on Amazon Prime, and it talks about Fat Tuesdays was this comedy night at the Comedy Store. And I think Pauly Shore, his mother owned it at the time.
Oh, cool.
And so they were like different. At this night was when, a lot of like black comedians would come to the club and just like, do their thing, like Cedric the Entertainer, Lil Rel, Steve Harvey, Flame Monroe, like all these like, Guy Torry, he was the host, like, and they were just talking about the success, the story of the lifetime of this night, and like how it was the night that was banking for the Comedy Store. That's
cool.
And that's part of the reason they were able to stay standing.
Nice.
So I'll watch that, and that's nice to learn something, and because I like these comedians, so it's cool to know like where they started, and what that journey is like. And I think that's like, I feel like there's a lot of comedians now too, because Chris Rock and Kevin Hart announced that they're doing a tour together. Oh, and they're both headlining.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're both. I don't know what the makeup of it. I don't know how they're gonna like set it up. But I guess they're both headlining. Wow. They probably each have like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
But it feels like comedians are like stand-up comics, want to get to that, being able to go to the club, the comedy club, and like do their routine, like vibe with the crowd.
Yeah, I feel like they probably miss out on that once they get all super famous and stuff.
Yeah. So it's cool to see how like what made comedy now, like I guess where it started on like the stars that we've seen and like how they got here.
That's cool. I always find it interesting, especially when you like look up to somebody or you really admire their talent, like seeing kind of how they got there, because usually it's like the iceberg analogy or whatever, like we see the top but we don't see like everything underneath.
The fight to get up there.
Exactly.
So I have been dying to talk, and you need to watch this show. You would really like it, Ashleigh. It's called Dollface. It's on Hulu. I binged both seasons of it. It's only 2 seasons long. And Kat Dennings and Brenda Song are in it. And just very briefly, Kat Dennings gets dumped by her long-term boyfriend and realizes that she's been neglecting her female friendships during the whole relationship. And so now she has to really get back to her friends. And it is just a show about female friendship. And it's these women in their, early 30s. And it just feels very authentic to what female friendships are like. But then also it has weird little parts where she has these almost not delusions, but kind of hallucinations of there's her kind of spirit guide, for lack of a better term, is a anthropomorphic cat woman. Oh. She's afraid that she's going to turn into a cat woman.
What's wrong with being a cat woman?
So I'm a fan of Broad City. Is it similar to that?
Yeah, it's really funny. And I was cracking up every episode. And every once in a while, this woman will just show up with this giant cat head and it'll give her life advice. It's almost like Dexter's Dark Passenger. You're not sure. I don't think anyone else can see. Well, season 2, spoiler, her friends can also see the cat woman. It's interesting. It's really funny and inappropriate, but also it makes sense. You're okay, they're talking about things and they're doing things that actual women in their late 20s and early 30s deal with.
Including hallucination.
They take some hallucinogenic drugs at some point, but who amongst us hasn't hallucinated cat people? Anyway. I also finished the entire first season of All of Us Are Dead. It is a Korean horror show on Netflix. It's 12 episodes long, and each episode is over an hour long. So it's a commitment. And it ends on a cliffhanger. And so my husband and I finished it, and we were kind of pissed because we're we committed 13 hours to this show, and we don't know if there's going to be a season 2. And then it's
oh no.
But it's zombies, and I like zombies, and I like watching people get eaten by zombies. So I would suggest that. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel season 3 is out. It's really good. I got to see Ghost live in concert. They were really good. Just rolling through here. Witcher season 2 has been confusing so far, and there we are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Solid recap. I thought it was good.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. What part is confusing?
The entire thing.
Maybe you should try rewatching the first season.
I'll just pause it and I'll look at Andrew and be like, why are they mad at each other again? Who's fighting? What side are they on?
Okay, so this is me though, watching that Shadow and Bone series, but I'm on my phone for 90% of it. And then I'm like, wait, what'd they say? Why are they talking about who the Darkly? What's the Darkly? And my husband's like, put your phone down and you wouldn't have to keep asking me questions.
We had to put the subtitles on The Witcher too because they're so British that I'm like, what the F are they saying at any given point? So I think the conclusion here is that I'm stupid, but Henry Cavill's very attractive, so I keep watching The Witcher.
No one thinks you're stupid, and I think you should just revisit season 1. And don't look at your phone if that's what you're doing.
I commit to television shows when I watch them.
I actually get yelled at when I look at my phone during watching of a show. This weekend, they're having a showing of the Jujutsu Kaisen movie.
Yes, I'm going to go.
I'm going to go.
Oh, we should go together. Oh, a Pop Culture Junkie went to a showing of The Batman.
Yeah.
The Batman.
Oh, yeah.
The Batman.
He is Vengeance. He is Robert Pattinson. He is Pattinson.
He's emo.
You know what? I thought he did a really good job as Batman, but I don't think he did a very good job as Bruce Wayne.
He was a very interesting Bruce Wayne. He wasn't the billionaire playboy philanthropist. I
heard it wasn't really much about Bruce Wayne either.
It was barely Bruce Wayne was hardly in the movie at all.
Yeah, he is Batman. Even when he's Bruce Wayne, he's Batman.
My dad came home and goes, it was all right, except I had to squint for 3 hours because the screen was so dark I couldn't see anything. It's I'm over this stylistic nonsense.
I hate that in shows where it's we get it, you're in a tunnel.
Yeah.
I need to see what's happening.
I've seen comments where they compare it to cinematic or just this artsy aesthetic, kind of comparing it to the Joker with
Yes.
The Joaquin Phoenix one?
Yeah.
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 I would say out of the realm of Batman like verse films that we've had, it is most close to probably the Joker, but it is PG-13. They get their one F-bomb. I really liked it. Did it need to be 3 hours long? Maybe not. Zoe Kravitz is, oh my God. The minute she came on screen, I'm like, well, my bisexuality took a hard gay turn. Just like, my goodness
Oh my
gracious.
gosh, she was amazing. Did you watch Kimmy?
No.
She's in Kimmy.
Yes. I've seen the previews for that.
You guys all need to watch Kimmy. It's fantastic. Everyone would like it.
Oh, man. Well, I think that just about wraps up our episode. One more time, Ashleigh, when and where is Phoenix Fan Fusion?
Phoenix Fan Fusion is May 27th through 29th. That's Memorial Day weekend. And it's at the Phoenix Convention Center, which is downtown Phoenix.
So come to Arizona, enjoy a convention. It's going to be a lot of fun. And the Pop Culture Junkies will be there. We'll be posting more information about our panel and the dates that you can come and see us on our social media channels, which you should follow. But let's start with all of our socials. Ashleigh, where can the people find you?
If you're interested in learning more about Phoenix Fan Fusion, you can visit our website at phoenixfanfusion.com. And it has all of the information, especially if you're a newbie. They have a lot of great direct links to newbie information.
Awesome. Thank you, and I love you very much.
I love you too.
Oh.
Nicole, where can the people find you?
You can find me, Nicole, on Instagram and TikTok at Nicole_Eldridge and on Twitter at NAEldridge14.
You can find me, Hayley, on Instagram at 30nerdythriving.
This is Alex. You can find me at ALCASNUN on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me, Shauna Trinidad, on Instagram and Twitter at Shauna Trinidad, SHAUNATRINIDAD. Make sure to check out the Pop Culture Junkie website at popculturejunkie.com. Visit us on Facebook, Pop Culture Junkie Podcast. Also, make sure to join the Pop Culture Junkie support group on Facebook. On Twitter, we are at Pop Junkies, and on Instagram, we are at pop.culture junkies. Please like, subscribe, download, tell your friends, leave us reviews, all that good stuff. Only helps us get richer. And
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
It's like $1 an hour.
And make sure you come back next week for another hit of pop culture.
Pop Culture Junkie is a production of Pop Culture Entertainment Group.
So entertain me right now. I need it bad. 'Cause I need it bad.